I'm not going to tell you what to do.
You
don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter when I was younger.
Because demonic,
yeah. But have you seen Nollywood films? Like,
No.
people are genuinely frothing from the mouth if they're eating a banana or...
Something like that happens in real life.
It does.
Have you watched Pinocchio? When he turns into the donkey, that was traumatic for me, bro. I went to school thinking, like, what if I can't come home to my mum because I'm a donkey? Say we, I'm 25 years old.
You look about 38.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm mature, of brain and of heart.
No, of look. Why you always
That's
all
cap.
of this stuff? No, it's not cap. You do that stuff all the
Okay,
time.
cool. But that's your opinion.
No, it's not opinion. It's factual because
Okay.
there's evidence.
Please, as a culture, let's not normalize financially straining men in order to make a relationship seem like goals. A lot of people scream equality. A lot of people scream equal rights. The word equal, thrown around a lot. If you want everything to be equal, why must a man pay for everything? It's not very equal, is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now locked into another episode of On The Rocks podcast, brought to you by Sam
I hate this guy.
Obaseki and his friend.
I'm joking. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of On The Rocks podcast.
Well,
Make sure you like, subscribe if you're watching, like it, comment as well. We've been getting a lot more engagement as well that I'm really appreciating. We're also on TikTok. We're going to be on Twitter soon. We're on Instagram. So yeah, get involved, get engaged in all the conversations. I know sometimes you don't agree with a lot, as Sav's saying, so it makes sense for you to just share your opinions because he needs to know when he's wrong. I know he said in this new year that he's going to try and be better, try and be more honest, try and be, more understanding to people not liking him. And I think that that's a good way to start. So thanks.
Anyway. Do you know what I found, actually, which was quite interesting?
What?
Whenever we put a post on our Instagram,
Yeah.
I get a lot of love. You get ridiculed.
But I'm that type of person that would say things that I'm not a people pleaser. You're a
Neither
people
am I.
pleaser.
I say exactly what's on my mind.
You're a people pleaser.
Not at all.
You please people.
I say what I mean and I mean what I say.
No,
that is who I am. You, on the other hand,
No,
you
more
don't
time.
know what you're saying.
No,
you
more
just sort
time.
of say things. You
No.
just say things at random, and you try to string a sentence together, and then you just say you have that.
No, more time. You're the one that clips out, so you always putting out your opinions.
Clips
So
out what?
he
Clips out
the
what?
clips and
No.
you put your opinions.
Don't
Yeah, 'cause
try and
if I
spin
put out,
that.
If
bro.
I put out what I'm saying, the people know what I'm
But
saying.
why would you put
It's
out what you're
very
saying?
logical.
We wouldn't get any
Very
followers.
understanding, mate. It's not all about followers. We told you this year. We're not talking about all of that, the numbers. We're not looking about the numbers. We're talking about the actual genuine interaction, the genuine love. I get DMs, people saying, you know what, you said this about this, and I really agree with you. And that means more to me than the bollocks you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm glad it does. I'm glad that you get DMs from people showing you love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But do you know what? I don't know if I should even say this. I'll say it anyway. But there was a guy who DM'd me, and
That's a bit weird.
No, there's a guy that DM'd me, and he was like, I watched you lot's podcast, and I was gonna DM Sam, right? But I decided against it, and then I DM'd him back. I was like, why? He's like, because he's moist, and I don't really, I don't
Show
like
proof
to
of
chat
that.
to moist
Show
youths,
proof
innit?
of that, because no one that knows me will ever be able
Like, I
to say
can't
that.
DM wet dons. I would rather. That's what he was saying.
You know, the thing is, I don't even. It's funny because on this pod you say like wet and dons and all of this stuff a lot, and I'm starting to question you. I'm starting to question how you think about people, because I don't really ridicule people in that sense.
Neither do I.
No,
This
you
is
do.
what he said about you.
No, you do, and that's a lie. Show me the thing right now.
I'll send it to you.
Send it to me right now. You joke, man. Anyway, how has your first week of the new year been?
Litty, I can't lie. I was off work. I've been doing nothing. You get me?
That's what's
Absolutely
needed still.
nothing.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I need it, because if there's one thing you know about man, is that I don't take holidays. So finally, I got a little piece of time off. You get me? Just to more time, just lie around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lost in Space, Bad Boy show on
What's that
Netflix. Netflix.
Really?
I would recommend it still.
What is it about?
I binged it differently. It's about, in fact, you know what? I'll give you like the bare bones of it, but it's about a family. Why are you doing that?
I wasn't doing anything.
Okay, cool. It's about a family just looking disinterested, and we're on a podcast, innit? Like,
I was looking to see where the ray is, bro. That's honestly what I was looking for.
where is it actually?
I don't know.
Where is the ray?
Man said I look disinterested. You know how funny that is? Thank you, bro. Yeah, carry on. What is Lost in Space?
It's a cold show. I can't lie. It's about a family. They get lost in space, isn't it?
Okay.
That's what it's called, Lost in Space.
I think there's a theatre production of that.
Maybe. It's a rehash. Like they did that show back in, I don't know if it was the 80s or 90s or 70s. They did it
I think there's a theatre production of that. Reason I know that is because my boy was in a show similar, and I'm sure it was a space thing. Like I'm sure it was a space thing.
They basically, I don't want to give too much away about the plot because watch it, but it's basically a show about a family of maybe 5. They go out, they're looking for a colony to basically recolonize and repopulate another planet because Earth is dying or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they subsequently get lost on a planet, and on that planet they find something in it, and it goes from there.
Oh, nice. Sounds
cold.
Doesn't sound that interesting, but fair enough. I'll give it a watch. If that's what you're thinking.
That's fine. Listen, if you're not interested, are you even a sci-fi guy like that?
I watched Heroes. Is that sci-fi?
Fam, man said something from like 07.
Yeah.
Was that last time you watched the sci-fi thing? You're not a sci-fi guy then.
No, but Heroes was quality. Silent.
Do you like films like this is not sci-fi, this is more fantasy, but Lord of the Rings, for example?
No.
You don't like Lord of the Rings? Alright, cool. Star Trek and them thing there, not really a fan. Okay. Star Wars?
No.
Okay. So you're not really a sci-fi guy?
Yeah, I've not watched it. I don't watch them things though.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of mad. It's kind of mad. You know what I was deep in the other day? Yeah. This is completely unrelated. I don't know why I had this thought, but you probably didn't have that because your mum's calm, yeah? But when I was younger,
What way to
like
start?
in this way, my mum's amazing. But in terms of films and that,
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter when I was younger because
demonic.
yeah. But have you seen Nollywood films?
Yeah.
Bro, have you seen Nollywood films? As in, that stuff isn't even fiction. It
Fam.
is real. Like,
Bro.
people are genuinely frothing from the mouth
I
of
know.
certain things in Nige if they're eating a banana or they turn into goats and that. And we're watching that as a family. We watch it as a family.
What turn into goats and that?
Bro, do you not see? Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. If you watch Nollywood
No,
films,
but I'm saying, you're saying that happens in real life.
it does.
People don't, who's turning into a goat, bro?
Bro, go Nige. Go Ghana.
No, but
go-
I'm asking you though. And you
I don't know people that have turned into goats.
So how do you know it's real?
Because I just know that there's witch doctors that are real and they do things like that.
And they
like,
turn man into goats.
No, I actually know of someone that's gone through an experience. Not someone that someone knows someone that they stepped
so
on
it's kind of
something.
4th, 7th hand
Don't
information.
matter. They stepped on
Okay.
something on the road and they turned crazy. They turned crazy, bro. This is real life issues that people have gone through. Like, I remember there was a period like a few years back where aunties and uncles were saying that we shouldn't pick up if we pick up the phone and no one says anything in the first 30 seconds, lock off, because they're putting some incantation or something on you. It was real stuff, bro. Witch doctors, all of that is real. Like, and that stuff actually scarred me. I watched a film when I was younger. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
But I just remember that someone turned into bread. And it was scary as hell, bro. But I can't watch Harry Potter.
I hear it. It's like flipping. Have you watched Pinocchio?
Yeah.
When he turns into the donkey, that was traumatic for me, bro.
Why is that traumatic?
Traumatic, bro.
Why?
How did a youth turn into a donkey? like genuinely, I remember watching that when I was a youth and thinking, nah, that could happen to me then.
Yeah.
I started looking at my hands like, is it gonna? Like, am I gonna get hooves and that? It was mad.
That is funny.
Yeah.
What is the most traumatic film that you've watched when you were younger?
Ooh. Pinocchio's up there still.
I'll start.
Go on.
Lion King.
Why?
When
You didn't? It made you not trust people.
No. But when
Scar
dashed.
Problematic.
No. That actually really like upset me, bro. Like, even when I watch it now,
You was balling, innit?
no, I weren't balling. I
I don't
though.
believe you. Yeah.
I could have.
No, I know you cried.
Bro, I didn't. I promise you, the only time I've cried is season 6, Sons of Anarchy. That's the only time.
Even that's mad.
It's not mad, bro. It's not mad. I watched it again last year, and genuinely,
You cried again?
Almost. Jax is my brother. I felt his pain like it was my pain.
Fam, Sons of Anarchy, you know.
Yeah,
Nah, but it's a good show. I can't lie. It's just not. It's not levels like you make it out to be.
It is definitely up there with the top 3 series of all time.
Yeah, you're
it is.
moving,
It
man.
is.
That
It is
statement is
in the
crazy,
top 3
bro.
series of all time. That's a fact. We're not talking about this in this new year. It's a fact. Not having any other debate about it. But what is an traumatic experience?
film for my youth.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I can't, off the top of my head, remember a traumatic film.
Avengers Endgame.
How's that for my youth, bro?
Oh yeah, true.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, so but you're still a bit young. But go on, carry on.
Oh, sorry, Mr. 28. Sorry.
Stop saying that though. No, honestly, stop saying that. It's not funny.
Okay, you're quite close to 30 now.
I am. We're close.
No, don't say we.
We're close.
Don't say we. I'm 25 years old.
You look about 38.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm mature of brain and of heart.
No, of look.
Okay.
What is the most traumatic, bro?
Yeah, I'm trying
not
to think of
Pinocchio.
like
Not Pinocchio, bro.
Yeah, no, but I can't lie to you, bro. When he turned into a donkey, I promise you, I turned the telly off.
Yeah, that
And I was at 4. I remember looking at that video, that's too much. Why is he turned into a donkey?
What is that film with the dogs where one of them dies or something?
Ooh, Marley and Me. Is it Marley and Me?
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness.
Nah, it wasn't traumatic.
Sad though.
It was sad, but it wasn't traumatic. Like, I remember there's a few films I've watched where I was like, nah, I can't ever put that on again.
Yeah.
And Pinocchio at a point was one of them. But that's going to sound mad.
It is very mad.
But it is what it is. When you're 4 and you watch a donkey, a ute turn into a donkey, that can do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went to school thinking about it.
Yeah,
I went to school thinking, like, what if I can't come home to my mum because I'm a donkey?
What, so you weren't trying to lie again and that?
Fam.
Because I swear that happened to him because he was lying too much. Or
I can't even remember why that happened.
I don't even think I've watched the full film, bro.
You haven't watched Pinocchio?
No,
bro?
I don't think I've watched it. I don't think
Geppetto and them, man.
I think I've watched the few like episodes of series that they've put out, but I don't think I've watched the actual film. Yeah, that's nuts.
You lot have got some similarities. You and Pinocchio, fam.
What?
Just wooden stiff utes, fam.
Whoa. And
nah, you're moving mad. Nah, you're being childish.
But no, like that's just wrong, innit? Like
you
like,
kick ball. I'm saying you're stiff.
How can I be stiff when I kick ball?
That's my point.
Have you seen yourself run?
Wavy.
Stiff,
I'm
bro.
quicker than you now.
Now,
Since I lost weight, I'm quicker than you.
You can never be
I was a
quicker than
fat
me.
ute when I raced you last time.
And
And
you
you
lost
barely
miserably.
beat me.
You came third.
Yeah. Is that
Behind
but
me and
the
Mills?
distance- no, not even Mills. I beat Mills.
I was Joe.
Joe's
that-
quick. I have to give it to Joe.
I'm quicker than all of you.
Large up Joe Tomlinson, by the way.
Yeah.
Fastest white I've ever met in my life. Yeah.
because of the thing that you man traumatized him with.
What?
Where you put him in the woods and you tried to say that.
Nah, he was.
He
fam.
cut out. So let's go.
You know what? Yeah, I've got to break that down for people who don't know what we're talking about. Yeah. Back in the day, I played a prank here, and he was supposed to be there on a couple of my bridges.
I honestly wish I was there, just to see what I would have done, man.
You would have cut, bro.
I don't think I would have.
You would have cut, bro.
I don't think I would have.
As soon as Joe said
Okay,
run,
carry
you would've
on.
cut.
Carry on the story.
Anyway, I took them Epping Forest and I basically made it seem like I got 2 of my other brethrens to basically rob us, yeah, and make it seem like it was for a video. Before anyone says, why would you do this in your spare time?
Sick. Sounds sick and twisted, isn't it?
It's for a video in it, but yeah. Anyway, Joe Tomlinson of Sky Sports fame and Zach of Chelsea TV, both of them blew out and left me to die. Yeah, the only person who backed the war was Dave Horner, my brother from another mother. Yeah?
But is that because he didn't want to run? Or is that no? That's aside. Dave would have stayed anyway. But that is funny because I'm thinking, what would I have done in that situation? Like, I think I would have gone with majority, and the majority stayed. So I don't think I would have cut out. Like, them man on impulse, unless I'm the one with that idea, I'm not running. Because I could be the one that's getting caught. You see how in movies the black man always gets caught first, fam? I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that. So Joe and Zach could be saying, we told him to run faster. No chance. That was fun.
It was funny though. I can't lie. If you get a chance, go watch that VYB.
Yeah, on VYB
channel.
YouTube. It's
funny.
It's there still.
But today we're talking about things that we want to leave.
That we've left. We personally left them, but if you're listening, you might want to leave them in 2021 as well.
Yeah. I don't know if I've left everything yet.
Okay.
Because I can't lie. I'm still kind of... Well, we're going to get onto it anyway.
Okay.
But a few things that we want to leave in 2021 and a few things that we want to bring in to 2022.
Yeah, and also things that we've just seen. It's not necessarily all just down to what we're experiencing or whatever. Things that we've seen that we may not necessarily like. You know, social media is going to come up because we talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's things that we've seen and we thought let's compile a few things and see if people agree.
Yeah, but I want to start with one that we've spoken about a lot.
Yeah.
On this pod, which is the vaccine. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I just want for people to stop telling other people what to do. That's just stop doing that. 2022, don't tell me what to do. Yeah? I'm not going to tell you what to do. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's my choice and that's your choice.
Yeah.
And that's how we leave it. All this vaccine shaming
is wrong.
And people telling other people how to do their life, stop doing that.
It's wrong. Vaccine shaming is wrong. And I feel like it's because of the country and even the way the world is. Like, bro, there's people that aren't allowed to do certain things because of the vaccine. Yes, it's not like that in the UK, but it could get that way. And that way, that's when it's going to turn mad. Because if you're saying you're not allowed to go shop if you don't have the vaccine, you're actually becoming like a different citizen to people, and it shouldn't be the case.
Facts. And it's a very divisive thing in our society at the moment. Everyone is like on one side of the fence or the other. It's not like there's very few people who are down the middle. I don't know. It's all, no, I'm not getting it, or why are you not getting it? You get what I'm saying? It's
I was down the middle still.
What I'm saying is there's very few people who are down the middle.
Yeah.
It's all I'm not getting it, or you have to get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's rare to find somebody who's like, oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's rare to find that nowadays.
Yeah. And I think people need to like just focus on yourself.
Real talk.
And your loved ones, innit? Because realistically, I feel like people have been misinformed about certain things, about being able to catch it, being able to spread it when you've got the vaccine, all of that. Bro, if you want to be safer for yourself, you feel like you want to take the precaution of getting the vaccine, get the vaccine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want that for your family, if you've got older siblings, younger siblings, you want them to just be a bit more precautious, do that. It has been proven that for some people and for younger people, they deal with it differently. Their body doesn't react. Some there's rare cases where that is the case, but for younger people, more time, if you get it, you're not gonna be suffering as much as you would if you were like 30 years or 40 years older. Yeah. So you can't try and make people like even trying to make people or force people to have the same view as you is wrong.
Yeah, like fam.
Like just
in anything.
Just let people do what they're doing. Don't vaccine shame in 2022, please.
Like I'm sitting across from you, a vacciner. You get me? Me, I'm not anti-vax. Like that's the other thing that people are starting to do. They're trying to say that if you don't want to get the jab for COVID, that means you're an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
You're against all vaccines.
Yeah.
It's like, no, relax. Just calm down. I'm not an idiot. I'm not against science.
Yeah.
But you can't just say that because I don't want to get a jab for coronavirus, now I'm just an idiot. Like I just talked about Joe Tomlinson. If he's watching, which he's probably not here, but fam, you're a joke, man. Yeah. You're a joke, man. Stop DMing me about the vaccine. Because that's all he does nowadays. Yeah? Consistent.
That is such a Joe thing to do as well.
Consistent. Bro. Like, he just calls me an idiot. all the time. It's like, bro, it's just shut your mouth.
But that's the thing. It's different perspectives. People feel it differently. Family working in the hospital and stuff like that. That's the reason why I did it. Like, I can understand. Like,
yeah, everyone's got their reasons for their decision.
You know what I mean? But this year, please, if people don't want it, just
that's it. That's all it.
Just let them move, innit?
Simple as that.
What we trying to say next? Actually, you know what? Something. Let's just actually. I'm struggling.
Man said I'm struggling. Look.
Because vaccine was an interesting place to start. But the next one, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Yeah, you kind of do. You haven't been on one yet. But I think we need a new party trick. And I think 360 booths have been played out.
Do you know what it is? This is not necessarily something to leave in 2021. Like, it's not that deep.
We need something new.
Yeah, something different. But I can't lie, I feel like it was a good little introduction. Like, I've never been against them. It's just that I won't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person that would get on a 360 booth. And
Why
if
is
you are
that?
the type of person to get on it, that's fine as well.
No, but why won't you get on it?
I'm just not that kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? It's just not.
What
it's not
what
really my
type of
bag.
guy is that though?
It's you. Do you know what I mean? You're
So
the, you're the kind of guy.
what type of guy am I?
That's
No, go on.
Samabasiki. Like
No, but what type of guy am I?
you're a bit of a beta male. Do you know what I mean? Like
But
you're
bro,
a bit of a.
bro, you squint your eyes when you're taking pictures.
No, I don't.
Bro, I can. If you lot follow Sav on Insta, go on his Instagram
Yeah.
and look at the way he poses for pictures. Why you always
That's
all of
cap.
this stuff? No, it's not cap. You
It
do
is.
you do that stuff all the
Okay,
time.
cool. But that's your opinion.
No, it's not opinion. It's factual because
Okay.
there's evidence.
Okay.
There's evidence. But yeah, go on, carry on your opinion because what you're trying to say is that if you're
I'm trying to say that you are a beta male
There's
for doing 360 boosts, but that's fine.
also you're the same guy that said that someone shouldn't explain why they're an alpha male, but you're now calling me a beta male,
Yeah.
and you think that that's calm.
But again, you're talking about stuff that's factual, yeah. So I'm just talking about stuff that's factual.
You don't. What is a beta male? Go on.
You're like,
See,
if
you're
anybody
just
wants to
chatting-
say or
you're
see
just
what a
chatting
beta male
nonsense.
is, yeah.
You're chatting,
Perfect
You're
example.
you're chatting nonsense.
This is a big one, though, because you're just explaining yourself. Like, all you're doing is.
I'm explaining myself there.
Nah,
But it makes
on
sense.
yeah, but on a real level though, the 360 booth thing is not that deep. Like there was a big deal made about it, yeah, and everyone was saying, oh, like you can't do this and you can't do that. Again, stop policing people, man. Just let people do what they're doing. I'm bantering my man now saying he's a beta male. He is, but not because he does 360 booths. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's got nothing to do with that. So leave 360 booths out
I
of it.
promise. The thing is, yeah, you are the type of guy to go on it.
I'm not, though.
And that's why it's mad that you haven't been on it.
But
'cause
I'm not the
you
type
are-
of guy to do
You
that.
are 100%, like 1000% the type of guy to go on it. I'm surprised you haven't been on it yet, but I guarantee you this year you will go on at least one.
Man will do a photo booth calmly. You
But
get
it's
me?
similar.
It's not the same
What?
thing.
Because you're standing there doing the thing while the camera's spinning around.
It's not the
similar.
same thing. Like man are doing,
I'm only saying that it could be left in because we need something new. Like I feel like there was a point where you saw it at award shows, and then I think someone made one and then brought it to parties.
I can't lie. It is a wavy idea.
Sick idea.
Like whoever come up with the idea to start bringing it to just normal random motives, well done, bro. Or sister,
Yeah.
you done your thing. Like I respect it highly because it's like it's one of those things now where you almost expect it to be at events. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to an event and they don't have a 360 booth, you're like, oh rah, I wonder why they don't have that. Like it's almost become just a
norm.
namesake,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Like it's,
yeah,
and I hear it,
Yeah.
but we just need something new now, innit? Something
yeah.
different.
Yeah, facts.
Like we went to a function the other day, and I enjoyed the little feature that they had there. Big up, no signal. Where they had a book at the front of the hall where it was being held, yeah. And in this book, you could write a message to somebody else that was in the function anonymously, yeah.
That was wavy.
Now
That was for
that-
the Drakes.
Yeah, for the CLB thing, innit? Now that is a sick idea.
Sick idea.
I just feel like that's the sort of thing that if that was to happen at like multiple events, that would begin to you start seeing that
So
at
you
different
want
places.
You want more innovative ideas.
Yeah, just something different, innit? There's something
Maybe,
to
maybe we should run something.
fam. One day we will do the OTR events and they will bang. You get me? But we'll hold back a little bit on the Afro beats. We'll just kind of
What's
stick
wrong with Afro? You
predominantly
got something
to-
wrong with Africa?
Not at
Is there
all.
something wrong with Africa?
Not at all. I just wanted to rattle you and it's worked. Because look at you. You're
No,
just
because I just
frothing
wanna-
from the mouth
I
like
just
you've
wanna
eaten a
chill
banana.
out. What?
You said you can eat a banana in Nige and you'll start frothing from the mouth. That's what you said when you was talking about Nollywood. So don't try and start on me.
That was another conversation. And two, that sounded so mad, bro.
Yeah, but
That sounded so mad.
no, but you,
No,
but
that
this is
sounded
you're
so
actually
mad.
an 18-year-old boy.
No,
because
but-
the fact that you took
no.
that from that is mad.
No, but that sounded mad, innit? But I'm gonna allow you.
Fam, I'm not the one that was getting drilled in the mouth when just before the end of the year.
I had a feeling, and I had a feeling. that's literally it. Like
He
That's
drilled
it.
you in your mouth. That's
That's
crazy.
it.
Do you think
And-
a man could ever drill me in my mouth, bro?
yeah, when you go to the dentist.
Never.
And
I've never had no injections in my mouth.
really,
man. Never.
because you weren't allowed sweets when you're younger because you're already too over excited, overactive. I could tell when you were younger. You mommy, here's it, apple, orange, pet. Like you just act like you. I could just tell you were just always active, bro. Like, and it's calm. It's
That's
calm.
Drillings, bro.
Chill out. Anyway, let's go on to socials, innit? Because that is an area that we've obviously we've obviously spoke about a lot on this pod, and there's a few themes that we would love to leave.
Yep.
One,
Yeah, go on. I would like.
one
Yeah.
that is recently come out, and I don't know why it's coming out so much, like within the UK content creation, or why it's even a conversation. But there's been a huge conversation about a man paying for everything a woman does, or allowances, or all of this stuff, wanting this Birkin, thousands, holidays, and it's just like, just leave, just shut up.
It's interesting because it's very selective. Like, a lot of people scream equality. A lot of people scream equal rights. A lot of people want equal treatment. The word equal, thrown around a lot. So hold the same energy then. Have the same energy. If you want everything to be equal, why must a man pay for everything? That's not very equal, is it?
But it's not even just
I don't get where's the equality there?
It's not even just that though. It's just like, bro, like, if someone's in a relationship and they're speaking about their standards and what has become of their relationship in terms of, oh, my guy does this, I do this, we've agreed on this. Fair enough. But when you're online, you're single, you're having debates with people. Because there was a particular backchat clip that I saw, when one girl was saying that when she's with her guy, she wants to be a home wife. She just wants her man to do everything. If he ever had a period of going through any situation, the guy was like, oh, so what would you do if he had a period where he couldn't pay for this or pay for that? She said, I'd find a new husband.
Yeah, that's...
And I was thinking to myself, like, fam,
that is
what world
thing.
are we living in where that is become normal? But it's like, there's so many conversations, and I think it's a part of taking stuff from the American culture, because they love that type of like lifestyle. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And someone, it wasn't me that said it. I don't talk on the net like that. But people are like, if you want to be an escort, or if you want to do that type of job, just say that. Just say it. And the thing is, I don't necessarily like agree completely with that extent, because some women actually want to be housewives. They want to maybe have this focus on their kids, because there's a bigger conversation about if both parents are working, what happens to the kids and all that stuff. So there's an idea of it that does make sense, but it's the thought of not being with someone because they can't do everything for you. And it's like, you just have to accept me for me, and there's no like, what am I even trying to say? There's no reciprocation. That's the word I'm thinking of. It's just, you have to give this, you have to give that, you have to do this, you have to do that. And then you ask them, so what will you be doing? I'll be at home, clothes and stuff.
Yeah. Look, fam, here's the thing, I will never knock anyone for the way they decide to live their life, innit? If as a man you find that you are the most fulfilled when you're providing for your woman, and that is the way you want the dynamics of your relationship to be, where you handle everything financially and they might handle everything domestically, or maybe she doesn't, maybe she just is there as your trophy wife, whatever. If that's your thing, innit? I'm never gonna knock you for that. But please, as a culture, let's not normalize financially straining men in order to make a relationship seem like goals.
It's crazy.
Like that to me is where I draw the line there, innit? Also, on the flip side of that, men, let's not normalize thinking that it's okay to expect sex because you've paid for a date, or because you've paid for anything. Do you know what I'm saying?
For anything.
That's a madness.
That is.
Do you know how crazy that
mad?
is?
No, it is mad. But to be fair to him, the Donny that said it, he came out and apologized and all that stuff.
No, I hear that.
But that idea.
But there's men that really do believe that.
That idea is nonsense. And it is. But that's what I mean. Like, there's people that have ideas that just are like, they're stupid. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, until it's put out into the public, you won't clock it until it starts getting viral. And you're like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe that wasn't a wise opinion. But that's what I mean about just people in general just sharing opinions, where it's like, you might have this opinion, but don't say it out loud. because if you say it out loud, you're gonna get crucified. That's why another thing that I was gonna say, Twitter Spaces, bro.
Yeah.
It didn't start off as a bad thing. There's been a few things that have come from it. Like Clubhouse is a similar concept. Not even similar. They stole the idea from Clubhouse. Yeah.
Same thing.
But I feel like on Twitter, because more people are naturally.
Clear your throat, brother.
Sorry, I thought it sounded all right.
You just thought you sounded like. Well,
don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But Clubhouse, it was a time in lockdown. Yeah. Twitter Spaces obviously started the idea. And because more people are on Twitter, it's easier to go into those spaces and have conversations. But what I've seen in some of the conversations, just like, it's not that I'm worried about how people think, but it just makes me understand that some people think so.
It's mindless.
It's crazy.
Mindless conversation.
But not even just to do with like relationships or how you're living. Sometimes even just sports. No cap.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm hearing people talk and it's like, I don't know. Because I don't want to get onto people too much. Because obviously everyone's allowed to have their opinions. They're allowed to think the way they want to think and all of this stuff. But it's just interesting to know that some people just think so differently, man.
And to be fair, I think that's where the entertainment comes from. Because when you tune into something, more often than not, me personally, if I'm watching a video, I want to hear somebody else's perspective. Or if I'm going to tune into a conversation, then I want to hear people who don't think exactly the same, which is why I think personally this podcast will end up going places, because me and you think very differently. Like if we have a conversation about something, you'll think a certain way and I will think usually the opposite and the right way. But just in general, Clubhouse I found was a little bit more
structured.
Well, not forget structured, but informative. There's certain and maybe this is the case on Twitter as well, because I'm not really on Twitter like that, but there's certain spaces on Clubhouse you could have gone into, just listen to trading or listen to how to be a better manager, or just people talking about stuff that actually kind of beneficial. Then you obviously had your little ratchet things of smash and pass, flipping rooms and weird stuff like that. Cool, whatever. And definitely delved into that beginning of the year just to see.
That's
what
a bit strange from you.
No, but I just wanted to see what it's saying.
Oh, fair enough.
Like everyone's saying, Clubhouse. Cool. Let's see what it's saying.
Yeah.
And you've got man in a room talking about smash and pass. I just found it a bit strange, but it was funny. Having said that, I don't feel like any of those platforms necessarily lend themselves to constructive conversation. I don't think it's possible to have a constructive conversation when you're not face to face with somebody, when you've got so many voices. No, but you can't even see a man's facial expressions. You can't have a proper convo.
Yeah, it is strange.
Like you've got so many people talking. It's like that's never gonna happen in real life. You can't have
that
a
many
sit
people
down
talking,
with thousands of people. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
it's not realistic.
Yeah,
and that's not to say that there's certain people are not doing their thing on it and they're thing in it. Who are we to say anything? But fam, just be respectful. That's the other thing.
Yeah, people lack respect online, but that's a thing on Twitter especially, and I feel like that's what happens with the Twitter Spaces, because Twitter is probably one of the areas where people have no filters.
Yeah.
They will actually fam. Let me even say, but some FD fan messaged me something today, and I was like, bro, you actually don't know me.
Yeah.
Like if I buck you, it could be very long for you, bro. Like, because you're chill out, because you're actually saying madness. He said something. He said I look like someone on a racist thing.
Yeah. See, that's
and it's just like, bro, that's actually
you crossed the line.
You've crossed the line. It's not funny. You don't even have that many followers. You look stupid, but it probably gave him a thrill that nothing else does, innit?
Do you know what it is? Some people think that because they know you, right? As in like they see you and watch
what
you
they
every
know
day,
of you, yeah.
Like they think that they have the right
to just be
say dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like why?
Crazy still.
I just don't get it, but that's the what we live in, innit?
Crazy still. But there's a few other things on socials, and the thing is, we're on it. Like we're in the world where this podcast is going to be shared on different social media platforms, so we can accept that we may be a part of the problem. Do you know what I mean? But we're trying to have a different outlook on it, and we're trying to add something different in it.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've deeped, and I think we spoke about it before, but idolizing relationships online,
yeah,
celebrities, non-celebrities, just in general, stop that. Because
Yeah.
one thing that is very telling, and what we see all the time when people break up or when they're not together anymore, it's like, I don't believe in love anymore. Why?
It's so weird.
Why don't you believe in love? Because you see two people that they've showed you all the good things in their relationship, so you thought that was the reality of love.
Do you know what's so funny, yeah? I'm not going to bait out who it is, yeah? But there's one brother that I know, yeah? And man's parents have been married for 30 plus years, yeah? Now, I can't remember what celebrity relationship it was that didn't work out, but I remember he put up on his story like a picture of them two together and said, love is fake. Your parents have been together for 30 plus years. What are you talking about?
But that's why it's nuts. Because, bro, it's like, what? Maybe that type of love is what they wanted, or what they saw, like the gifts and everything, or something.
They want famous love.
Yeah.
What?
That's
What?
theirs. That's theirs.
It's weird. It's weird.
Like even what's his name? Dirk
India.
proposed to India the other day.
Exactly.
People were saying like they goals, all of this stuff, and to a certain extent, you can understand, you know, seeing your favorite artist and that in love, or your favorite influencer and that in love. But Donnie has like 8 kids.
Fam, there is no other man alive without money that would be able to get away with that. You can't pattern that if you ain't got bread,
bro.
Like
8 kids.
Your dough has to be.
Or is it 6,
lengthy.
7? But he's got. I saw a picture of the kids, and there's bare of them.
There's a lot.
Like, and that's a lot. That's a lot she's got to take on.
It's a b-ball team with a bench. You get what I'm saying to you?
Word.
And come on, fam. You're saying goals, but all of you women would never even look in the direction of a man with 2 children. But that's goals.
It's interesting. Yeah, leave that, please. Like, obviously you can gain like motivation, and like there's certain quotes that people put out where it's like, oh rah, like this is nice. But the reality is people change, people go through things that they don't put online. There's experiences that you will never even know of.
Yeah.
Hence why when they are broken up, like the Megan Good and her Donnie, like it's like, oh wow, like, I thought your relationship was built on Christ and all of this stuff. It might have been, but there's certain characteristics that they wasn't matching, or that they got to a point where they couldn't be together anymore, and that happens.
Like,
leave them at it. But they did write a book on that, so that is a bit. Do you know what I mean?
And obviously Megan, you get me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, she ain't interested in man like you.
Let's say Megan Good.
Like, you're not really godly as well.
Me?
Yeah.
I've got a direct line.
But that don't make you godly.
Got a direct line to God.
What's his direct line? What's the number?
078. No, but you know what? I just think that it comes down to one thing and one thing alone. We've said this many, many times. Celebrities are normal people with a spotlight on them. You don't idolize the next man walking down the street. Why are you gonna idolize somebody who's doing exactly the same thing? They've just got 2 million followers. Allow it.
That's the reality.
That's what it boils down to for me. But if we're gonna talk about
celebrities and
like, look, we spoke about Kanye the other day, yeah.
Yeah.
We spoke about a few other people and this whole simping thing. And again, it's not really a term I like to use, but
self-worth.
Just know yourself, innit?
Self-worth and that.
Bit of self-confidence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this whole, like, running gather down online.
It's the online that
running
makes it
them down
different.
online, bro.
It's the online that makes it different, because if he was doing that, if he was like, to be fair, we don't know what he's doing. He might be trying to shout and she's airing him. So, or in any of those situations, like, it might be
even
airing.
More
So it's
so,
like,
though. That's even
okay. So reality, if that's happening, but bro, love is real, you know, like, bro.
Bought a house opposite the yard.
Not about kids, innit?
I hear it.
Kids, like, you got to see them and that. They got to know that you're still.
Have you seen the memes coming out?
Yeah.
Joe from you.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel it for my man a little bit, but just do better, man. Like, we've spoken about it enough, but
yeah. But the simping thing, Akadi, who else done it? Not Vieira, Abidal.
don't ever put my king. Vieira is a serious guy. Will never get caught up in that silliness.
Yeah.
You lot have never had a character like Vieira in your dressing room. Just saying.
Drogba.
No. That's another thing. Vieira would eat all of your whole team alive.
He wouldn't.
For breakfast.
Kante was better than Vieira. Kante is better than Vieira ever was. That's what I'm saying. It might be a stretch.
Sorry, 1 sec. I'm just having to contemplate if I'm even going to do this podcast.
No, it might be a stretch. They're very different CMs, but Kante, not gonna lie, one in a million. There's been other type of Vieiras. There's not been another Kante, and we don't know of a Kante in the past. Kante is one of a kind. But let's not talk about football, because we're not leaving Kante in 2021. We're bringing him into 2022. He's here to stay.
I'm stunned that you.
It's all right.
Thought that was okay to say that to my
You
face.
can be stunned. You can be stunned.
That's cool. You know what? We say it often. You're entitled to your opinion.
Exactly. It's my opinion.
Yeah. Cool,
Another thing that we need, and this is deep.
Yeah.
This is actually deep.
I feel like we can even, after we've done this one, we can lock the pod. Because this one is a good place to,
We need to stop tearing each other down.
This is the biggest one.
In just either online, in general, the way you think, the way you view people. We need to stop tearing each other down.
Fam. The amount of times I've seen this year, 2021, when people thought it was okay to put down, tear down, just ridicule other black people, yeah, and then scream that they're pro-black. It's frustrating because it's okay to have a difference of opinion, yeah, always. It's even healthy. But to just simply tear down and scrutinize somebody else for something, yeah. The other day, there's a rapper, big up Rimsey, yeah. His 2021, unreal. Expensive Pain is, for me, the rhythm of the year. You probably don't even know the tune. I'm gonna bust you on it after this. Different. In fact, no, you do know it because I played it in the car one time. But it's that tune, cold. Yeah. Anyway, he had a really good year. Now there was a girl who came out and basically gave her opinion on the fact that he was being disallowed shows. But the way in which she voiced her opinion, I just found it problematic.
It was wrong.
Because you was putting him down.
It was wrong.
Now, let's say, for example, you had you have that opinion, cool. You don't need to say it online in a derogatory way, yeah? If you were going to say it online at all, surely constructive criticism is better than making it seem like you're tearing him down. Maybe she didn't intend for it to come out that way, but it did come out that way. And you know what I'm saying? It was very Daily Mailish the way it come out. Like, it was weird. She kind of said, like, oh, you and your goons, and oh, you've got man with mashes coming to... She just said weird stuff, innit? It didn't need to be said in the way it was said. And it's also, again, it's a bit mindless. You're not saying it with thought.
And that's why it's deeper. It's deeper than what she probably intended, because she probably... I don't know her. I don't really follow her content or whatever. But if she intended for it to be like a good, like something that he can learn from or something that he can get from,
shout him direct.
Fair enough. Shout him directly.
You've got clout. Like, you can shout man direct.
And if you do, and if it's not that way, then if you're gonna do it in public, it's got to be in a way where someone that may not feel him, or someone that may even think, oh, what he's saying is right, or he shouldn't be able to have shows. If they see a woman that is supposed to be understanding of the culture and what they've been through in general, saying, yeah, well, it makes sense, then obviously it's not going to help anyone. Like, that conversation didn't help anyone.
No,
the back and forth that she had with Tef.
Yeah.
Like, firstly, I was thinking, okay, maybe, like, what she originally said about security, having more security, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But then we spoke, and you were like, nah, like, the way she said it, and the fact that it was so, I don't even know if condescending is the right word.
No,
but
it is the right word.
It's like,
it was belittling of him and the situation.
It's like, if you're like this, how do you expect them to? It's like, bro, we're disadvantaged in general.
Yeah,
in general, do you know what I mean? So it's like, in that position, if someone that they see is gone through, had a troubled background or whatever, is trying to do good, trying to do shows, bring people together, you're stopping that. How does that make sense? And how can you think that it is okay to not support someone like that when you have the reach that she has? Like, do you know what I mean? It was very interesting, but it's not just that though.
It's not just that. I'm just using that as an example because it fuels other issues that we have in our culture that occur on a daily basis. And unfortunately, it's going to take for us to band together as a community to sometimes break down those doors. When people see us fighting amongst ourselves, like, well, why are we going to give these opportunities?
They'll just be laughing.
Like, it makes us look stupid. You know what I'm saying? And let's get one thing straight. If you even do any background work, or not just background work, if you know anything about my man, Rimsey, yeah, he went away, he went to jail, he's come out, and since he's come out of jail, he's just been doing bits, yeah, just opening businesses, doing stuff within his community. And again, this is something that I feel like wasn't taken into consideration when she made that statement, because it's like, all right, so that's your opinion, cool. I don't think that a lot of, in fact, this is not just her as well, I don't think many people online think about the words that they're saying, right? They just type it out, try and look like they're right, and then they send it, yeah? Then it's out into the ether, everyone's seen it, it's too late, yeah? If a little bit more consideration and thought was taken when putting out these statements, I feel like it wouldn't necessarily come across like it was condescending or belittling or Daily Mailish. You just got to be a little bit more mindful of what you're saying.
Because it's like when you're going against the people, like in our culture, black people in general, like, bro, like, because we're coming from a disadvantaged place, and that's why sometimes I don't follow the Shade Barrows and that anymore. And like the only page that I followed to like see what's going on in the culture and that has made you think, because I feel like the way he puts things out is like he's not trying to make me have an opinion of that person or whatever he's putting out. I feel like with the Shade Brow, sometimes it's like
they've got an agenda, innit?
They want you to think, even just for engagement purposes, and that's why I'm always skeptical. I don't really know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to have pages like that in general. Like, it's not this. I feel like the Shade Room and that. I don't know if it's the same. It probably is, but it's just with this, because the UK we're so much smaller, and we're a smaller percentage. There's less of us, and it's like, because there's less of us, like, bro, if I don't agree with, there's sometimes I hear people that are in this space say certain things, I don't agree with them. Like, there's people that are in big positions doing interviews and all that stuff, and sometimes I'm like, oh, don't agree with what they're saying. But now I have an outlook of, okay, cool, they've got to that position, like ratings first of all, then also if I'm ever in a position to like ever collab or speak to them, it's like trying to understand them more. Because the reality is, for them to get to their positions, like we spoke about the Channel 4 Black thing that they done, yeah, even though the organisation, they could have done more, those people that were on those platforms genuinely, like, big up them. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? They did amazing things.
Facts. And yeah, it's just frustrating. And the worst thing about it is, I don't even, like, that particular female is not somebody that I think is I don't have anything against her. Like, there's certain times I'll listen to her talk and actually I was like, I see where she's coming from on certain things, or like, I think to myself, yeah, cool, like, you made your point well. I might not agree with you, but you've put your argument together well, and you haven't said anything disrespectful or belittling, but it's just the way that particular thing was said that just rubbed me up the wrong way, innit? And partly just because having seen my man's journey after coming out and trying to turn his life around, I just kind of made it look like he's just on the same thing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not that.
yeah.
So, but
it's just all about support, man.
Let's
just support each other more.
Like,
just support each other more. Like, even if you don't agree with people, like, you got to understand we're the minority. We're actually the minority. There's things that you will see here that you won't agree with. That's a fact.
And it's also like, it's like the thing what you said the other day, bro. Like, when I'm on road and I'm walking down the road, if I nod at a black guy and you don't nod back to man, it makes me feel weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, it's not to say you have to be brethren with somebody just because they're the same colour as you, because that's weird as well. But like we kind of got to stick together.
Yeah.
Like we're
So
outnumbered.
we have to, bro.
We're outnumbered.
Like
Yeah.
on a mad one. Do you know what I mean? Like and that's the reality. But one thing that I've even taken from all of this stuff, and one thing that I'm gonna try and do in the new year, and I said it at the end of last year, I need to jump off socials, because I feel like it's given me like a warped view of reality. Because I've realized, even being on socials, I've realized I'm more of a human interaction person. Like I don't tweet as much as I used to. I don't post videos as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Because I don't buy into it, even though I could be on it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, you're on it, but you're not. But it's just like, bro, when I feel like myself doing it, it's like, oh, do I even really want to do it? Like, I prefer human interaction. I prefer meeting people in real life and taking what they show me in real life for what they are. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, now, this is a complete random question, yeah? But do you think, and I don't know why did this, let me not even just say relationship, but do you reckon you could be cool with someone that you've seen them on socials just piping up about just different things, yeah? And then, but in person, they're like mad cool.
It's difficult.
That's what I mean, though. And you know, that's what I mean. It's like, because it's its own world.
Yeah.
It's like, are we supposed to take that?
I know. I get what you're saying, and that's why it's difficult, because it's like, me personally, I'm somebody who says that social media is not real life. It's not real life. So it'll be weird for me to say, yeah, I can't be brethren with somebody just because they say a certain thing online or behave a certain way. But there's certain things online that if you do say, I am going to look at you differently.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because as much as it's not real life, it's still a representation of your real thoughts. So
could it be, though, or could they just be attention seeking?
But
that's even worse. Yeah, to be fair.
You're gonna say something for attention seeking purposes that could potentially offend somebody. Weird. Can't be brethren. But then again, like, everyone has their little journeys, innit? Maybe you might have said something or done something previously. You've learned from it. You thought, do you know what I did then, or
was wrong.
You come into the new year, no more attention seeking, or no more weird statements online that rub people up the wrong way. Maybe you're going through your own growth process. Cool, if that's the case. But if this is just something that, because certain man out here 30 plus, just doing the most.
Yeah.
Go create a family. Why have you got Instagram? I'm joking, obviously, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Come on, man.
I feel you.
Anyway,
I feel you. Is there any, before we go, is there anything that you're going to take into the new year that you're actually going to try and like fully commit to?
A few things. I think the main thing for me, probably, well, I don't know, this depends on a couple of things, but I'm going to try harder to not get annoyed with you, because like there's been a few times, there's been a few times where like I just have to kind of bite my tongue about things, and
I have to do that as well, because you're the most you're honestly actually, let me not even, I don't even want to end on a sour note, because it could get locked off.
You're not locking off nothing. I don't know why you talk like that. What are you locking?
I am the driver of this ship.
The driver, yeah?
Yeah, do you not drive ships?
No.
What do you do then?
You captain the ship.
Captain, driver.
But that's what I'm saying. I captain this. What we have, captaincy, the armbands there, you just can't see it.
You're not a captain.
You're
not captain material.
I am actually.
You're not captain material.
I am actually.
I don't think you are.
Bro, I'm a manager in real life. You know what I'm saying to you? Forget that. I captained football teams. Have you?
Yeah, I have actually. Agenda. I captained my team to win the league, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
But that was, you put yourself in the captaincy.
I promise you I didn't.
Okay.
I promise you I didn't.
I'll leave you.
Yeah, but bro, I'm more of a leader than you in it. Like, and I don't know how we got there, because we can't go into the new year. You know what? 50-50. We both do as much as each other.
Look at you tearing me down. You're tearing me down. You're tearing me down. Look at you. You're tearing me down.
This year, we're gonna be more civil. I don't want to have back and forth with you. I just need you to write some of your thoughts in a diary so it doesn't get regurgitated to nonsense when you speak to me, because I don't want to hear the nonsense that you speak anymore. I just want to hear true and honest thoughts that make sense.
Yeah. Do you know what you need to stop doing in this year? Stop being selfish.
I'm not selfish.
You're a selfish guy.
I'm not. I used to be, though.
No.
I actually used to be, but I've changed a lot.
Do you think you've changed?
Yeah, I honestly do think I do.
I don't know, man.
I think I do. I think I've changed quite a lot, and that's okay. Things are people are supposed to change. When you're the only boy, you're the youngest. Sometimes you are growing up. You grow up being selfish. Yeah, you grow up being selfish.
I'm saying, do you think you're spoiled?
There was points that I was, but I'm not anymore. Obviously, you know what I mean. So you grow up, you adapt, you evolve. Evolution of me.
I hear it. I like that, man. Evolution is important. You can't just be stagnant the whole time. Having said that, what would you change about Sam Obaseki in 2022?
Imposter syndrome coming in and out sometimes. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to just it's crazy though, because this thing sometimes you don't really get people more time, depending on where you are, they will tell you good things. Unless you got people around you that will tell you certain things and that. Yeah. But bro, I promise you, it gets toxic sometimes. It's just like, should I just be behind scenes? Like, should I just, you know what I mean? But it's like, no, I want to entertain. I want to do what I'm doing. I want to, like, you know. That's
why we got stuff like this, innit?
Exactly.
So that I can tell you
that I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That is amazing. We're gonna end on a compliment. Sab complimented me. I love that so much. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of On The Rocks podcast. We're gonna be here every single week, every Sunday, 12 p.m. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you want to leave in 2021. Let us know what you want to take into 2022 as well. If you've got to this point in the podcast, which we hope you have, you know what I mean. But yeah, shout us, and we'll see you next time.
Boom.